Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Kayy Simone. Alongside me, I have my main man, Ali John, and you are now tuned into yet another episode of Champions Corner at LRM Network. I just wanted to, before we start, send my condolences to the lives that were lost today, and also the families that had to evacuate, their homes in Colonia, like not even far away from where we are right now, after a plane crashed into one home, causing two other homes to set fire. So it's very tragic. I don't know what I would do in that situation. You go to work and you come home and yeah.
Condolences, you feel me? Because that's something that you don't ever can fathom. Like, you don't. That's an emergency that you'll never think will happen.
Yeah. A
plane crashing to like anywhere. So my condolences, my prayers. Definitely. Everything, just positive energy, because I know this is a rough, trying time. That's crazy. Yeah,
definitely. DJ Bugsy,
what's up?
Is in the building today.
Doing? Yes, I am.
Host of I Do It For Hip Hop podcast.
Absolutely.
Let's get it. That's dope.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So let everybody know where you're from.
I'm from Philly.
He from Philly.
Home of Meek Millie, home of the slang, the joint, and the cheesesteak.
So do you follow that girl that just got popping on Instagram from Philly?
What's her name? Rocky?
Her name Meatball. Wait, is it Meatball?
Meatball?
Her name Meat, bro. Son, her IG, bro.
Have you seen the video of the girl saying, you look like motherfucking Chris Brown?
No, let me see
yo,
listen.
You don't want to see it right
now.
About
a rapper. I didn't know it was a comedian.
Her?
She's not really a comedian.
Instagram famous type person.
Yeah, it was a video that came up, right? And you know how guys be catcalling women?
Yeah.
She was catcalling the dudes. So she was like, "Hey, you light skin, come here. Why you looking around? You don't want to like Chris Brown, like, come here. I can't get your number." I'm like, crazy. Oh my God. Crazy. Like, nah, she's live. I love her.
So she went viral.
She went viral.
She go live probably like 7 times a day now.
And her Instagram is what now?
I don't remember.
Yo, now I'm interested in knowing.
Yeah, we gonna have to send it to you. You gonna have to watch that one because
wow,
she's it.
She is a hot mess. But anyway, back to I Do It For Hip Hop podcast. So how did you start that podcast? How did it come about?
Well, it started about 3 years. It'll be 3 years in January, and I actually was on internet radio at first.
Okay.
But I kind of like clashed with the owner of that station, so I went off and branched off and did my own thing, and I just didn't feel like hip hop conversation outside of Rat Radar and the Drink Champs wasn't really especially in my city, wasn't enough conversation about hip hop. So I felt like I wanted to kind of like be unique and diverse the conversation. So that's how the conversation and the podcast basically came about.
Oh, I like that.
And I'm a hip hop head, so when people say I know hip hop, I be saying to myself sometimes people don't really know hip hop. Like I go back to the 80s, you know what I'm saying? So Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap, back then, so to now. So I'm like a student of the game, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I was just up here on my way here listening to Naughty by Nature. It's just like,
nice.
It's like even though I've been heard it millions of times, it's just always fresh when I heard certain hip hop from back in the day. So,
right.
Yeah.
So before the show, we were talking a little bit about kids and their expenses, and you mentioned you have a 17-year-old.
Yes,
I know you in tune with the mumble rap.
Oh yeah, I am.
So being that you're an 80s baby, what you think about the music today?
I really don't like it. I don't like. I feel like it's an agenda. I feel like hip hop and whoever the gatekeepers are trying to push this. We got to do drugs. We got to drink serve. We got to push foreigns. Hip hop was always, to me personally, the CNN of the hood. And when you look at people like Run DMC and Public Enemy and people that had a message in their music, this is the hip hop that I grew up on. This is the hip hop that I fell in love with. And I think it's less of that. J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Wale, even Drake, they give you a message, but it's just like more about these other hip hop artists. So, to each his own. But they out to make money. So
yeah.
So what's some of this new hip hop that you could get into? I see you named, I'm talking about some things that's not lyric based, pure kind of like hip hop thing. Like, who are some of the people that you like? I wouldn't normally like this, but I kind of like it.
That's a tough question, but I do like Cardi. I like Cardi B. I like Megan Thee Stallion, and I definitely like the Baby. So I think that the baby is not really, to me, kind of like these other guys like Lil Uzi Vert or Lil Pump. I think he has some lyrics to him, so I can get into him. I love his album.
The baby my top right now.
Yeah, he's the top boy right now. Absolutely.
Yeah,
most definitely.
So how do you kind of set up your show at I Do It For Hip Hop?
Well, I think it's similar kind of like to what y'all do. I kind of like see who's like in media in the city, or like who I feel like would be a good conversation. And so I reach out to them. I send them an email. If they have a PR, I send it to their PR. Sometimes I DM them. And I got a whole schedule, a calendar just like y'all. So pretty much that's it. Then sometimes, I just get a co-host. I don't have a permanent co-host like how y'all have y'all set up. So I have special co-hosts each episode.
Nice.
So I just actually wrapped up episode 62 last night with someone that kind of like know about hip hop and different things, and we talked about the alpha woman versus the male chauvinist and different things like that. So it was a real good episode. It actually drops today, but I have been so busy with so much other things and then coming here, so it didn't come out yet, but it'll be out by midnight. Absolutely be out by midnight. Yeah.
The alpha woman versus the male.
That's a hell of a conversation.
Wow. Did it get heated in there?
No. Like cool. She's a good person. Like I feel like some women are, and then she was nervous, so she had to get comfortable with it. It was her first time on a podcast on that kind of platform, so no, she didn't get. I know I've had actually not too long ago. I think it was episode 54, 55 when this girl came on my podcast, and she came on before, but she really got heated because this girl named Rocky from Philly is like real big time, like everybody know her. And I was saying that when they did the So Brooklyn challenge, I felt like she wasn't the hottest. She was like, "What you mean? She talk like a nigga, and some of these niggas is bitches." And she kept going back and forth, and I'm like, "How is all niggas bitches?" And she explained to me how niggas is bitches, how they want to drink, how they want to drink your bottles instead of getting their own bottles. You's a bitch. Like she was just breaking it down, and I'm like, well, and she said most niggas is bitches, and she was like, I came across 2,000 niggas, and I'm like, how you come across so many niggas? Like that's a lot of niggas. And she was like, well, I do media too, but even if you do media, that's still a lot of niggas. So we just went back and forth. It was a real heated debate, but it was good content. Everybody tuned in. Everybody was cracking the fuck up.
Oh man,
lie to you, bro, she got a little point there.
What, all niggas is bitches?
Not all of them, you feel me? But it's this new generation of guy, right?
Okay, and tell me about this guy.
They'll be in the club, and like say a famous person to get in the club, they'll push the girls out the way to get the.
She talked about that. She said niggas want to take pictures with Meek Mill and PB Rock more than I do.
Facts.
And I'm like, for real? And then she was like niggas want to smoke your hookah. I was like, I don't smoke hookah. So if niggas want to smoke hookah, that's on them. I don't do that shit, cause like I don't.
It's a little feminine to you. I'm trying to think how I feel about a man smoking
and I didn't
hookah.
really get like.
I feel like everybody should try hookah once, but you feel me? Hookah's not for me,
right?
And that hookah stuff will kill you. I stay away from it. It's bad. It's
terrible. It's just like come on, like.
Listen, the men out here are. It's a little spooky out here.
Tank is a prime example.
Oh man, let's get into the Tank debate. I'm gonna let you introduce the conversation. Yo. What was said by Tank?
So Tank said, if you suck a nigga dick and you try it, you just try it, but you not gay.
Not once, but
twice.
Oh, all right.
Nah, bruh.
See, now
once you try it once your lips go on that shit, it's a wrap.
The fact that you even had to think about doing that,
right?
Like, what the hell, Tank?
I ain't with it.
I think that's just a way for him to sell records. I mean, even down to these top 50 lists, I just feel like people are clickbait and they're bringing up shit just so you can tune in. Even down the T.I. list was horrible. I just feel like he did that so people can draw into his podcast, even though he's tipped, but he still need an audience.
We gonna get to your list in a couple minutes, but I feel like Tank, I'm not gonna listen. First of all,
right?
Ali John is like very pro LGBT, all that kind of good stuff. So please don't kill me, right? Mm-hmm. Tank do got a point though, right? Me, I don't fall on that spectrum. So right. I'll never I knew.
Hurry up and get to what the point is, because you scaring me.
Trust me, bro. I'm not gonna get this canceled. So right, I knew from day one that I wasn't gay, I wasn't bisexual, I wasn't queer, I wasn't none of that.
Okay,
I'm a man in a man's body, and that's how I feel.
Right.
But there's some people out there that's curious, and Tank feels like how do you know if you really straight if you never had the opposite side? He wants to know, how do you know?
What you mean? How do you know?
Like for example, right?
Okay, let me.
Shoes gonna be on the other foot, right?
Okay.
I knew a girl that went to my school that was gay. Everybody knew she was gay. She said it when she got here. Yo, I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay.
Right.
So one day I'm in class and my my man's just like, yo, have you ever had dick before? And she was like, nah, I haven't. So he said, how do you really know that you gay if you've never had dick before? And I thought about it. I'm like, that's kind of true, because you don't know if you like it, you know if you don't like it. So I feel like that's the kind of angle Tank was getting at. How you supposed to know if you don't really? But me, listen, I knew.
So basically,
I knew from jump.
You got to touch the waters.
That's what Tank is saying. That's what Tank is saying. I knew from Jump Street.
There is no water testing. There is no water testing. Okay.
But then somebody is saying it's acceptable for girls to do it and guys not to. Some people say that.
Say that one more time.
Some people say that it's acceptable for girls to go test the waters and come back and everything.
That now I agree with that.
Unfortunately, we just live in a world of double standards. Like we are just going to have to get the fuck over it.
The battle of the sexes.
Listen, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, if that's what you into, you are gay.
Right.
I don't care. There is there's no
gray areas.
Yes, there's no gray areas.
Right, so then what if somebody that you were really interested in, right? I'm talking about, he checks all your boxes, right? Checks every single box there is, right? And you listen, we all know you got a lot of boxes that niggas gotta check off. You feel me? So what if he checked all the boxes, but he said, "Yo, you feel me? One time when I was 16, I experimented a little. You feel me? I gave another man fellatio to see if I was really like that, and I really wasn't."
She ain't fucking with it. Look at her.
I would be turned off. Right. I'm sorry. Like,
I appreciate that.
I would be turned off, and I feel like that should have been something that was brought to my attention from earlier on. Yes, from jump, so that I know whether or not I want.
He don't know you.
Okay, cool. I'm not saying like, oh hey, how are you? I was fucking at 16 with a nigga. No, I'm just saying like once we develop that conversation, because eventually it's gonna happen. We're gonna talk about sexual fantasies and all that things, so we know what type of time each other is on. You get me? True. That's something you should bring up, because I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a lot of females will be like, it's cool, it's all right.
You think that? I don't think that.
I do.
Why you think that?
I do.
No.
Because I feel like these men, for number one, now are becoming way too feminine, and it's being way too
and some
accepted.
of it got to do with the music, like I was trying to say earlier.
It has a lot to do with the music. It has a lot to do with the music, but I still like for my men to be men, because that's what I like. So I'm sorry, no, I would definitely be turned off, but I feel like it would be accepted by a lot of other women.
Well, let me ask you this question: would you, if a man asked you for a woman to join, would you be turned off?
I wouldn't be turned off, but my answer would be no.
Right.
Because that's another thing I'm not for. Like I'm not into the sharing. That opens other doors, and it's just again not what I'm into. But I just like for the man to be a man. I'm sorry. Like
you don't got no like argument for me. I'm just here to post the opposite side. I'm just here to play devil's advocate.
I also think if it's a record selling initiative behind that conversation, you should have kept that to yourself. Like, because that was not the way to do it.
No, but that's what they be doing though.
Our generation is not the generation for that. Like, I was just talking to someone the other day about Fabulous. He did one thing, right? He can't even post a comment on the Shade Room, because everybody's straight slander. You're a woman beater. He can't even post a picture with his girl.
Right.
You're a woman beater.
We don't even know if he beat her. They just seen him in an aggressive moment and said, "Oh, you beat her." And then that fake story came out.
You have to be careful what you want to put in the public.
Yeah, because once it's out there, it's out there.
And it's brutal.
Because somebody going to screenshot it. Like, even if you delete it, that shit's still going to be out there.
It's out there forever. Somebody going to screenshot it.
Social media is brutal nowadays.
It's the devil, man.
And it's getting worse and worse and worse.
It is.
Definitely.
So while we on heated conversations, let's talk about Kanye. Let's talk about how the culture's trying to cancel Kanye. What y'all think?
I think it's bullshit. Me personally, I did a whole YouTube video about it, and I talked about it on my podcast last night. I just think that, based on the interview I seen with Big Boy, I feel like And I understand that he's a walking contradiction. I get it. But half of these fucking rappers is walking contradictions.
I don't see how people say that he's a walking contradiction. I feel like Kanye, everything that he has stated, he has stood behind it. There was no gray areas to anything that he has said. I feel like he's very black and white with what he says. Now, whether the culture wants to keep twisting and turning what he said, cool. Like when he said slavery was a choice or whatever. Yeah. He ain't retract what he said. It was like I said what I said. He had his explanations for why he said it, and whether we agree with it or not, I kind of feel like we should just take it for what it's worth. Like, I don't have to agree with everything you fucking say to like you.
Right, and I don't understand, like, him being supporting Donald Trump or him being Republican, whatever the case may be, him marrying a white woman. Like, at the end of the day, I care about him as an artist. All that other shit you do, bro, don't got nothing to do with me.
I agree.
But these people act like these rappers don't do shit wrong. Like, Jay-Z fucked Foxy Brown back in the day, and she was a whole teenager. Like, no one talks about other niggas that do shit. Yeah. Like, it's just like Kanye. Like, we not gonna trip like these rappers don't be doing shit. These rappers, they are celebrities, but they still human beings and they still do shit. So why is it we cancel certain people? I don't understand that.
That's a fact.
I just feel like
the album is phenomenal, by the way.
I didn't listen.
I
didn't listen for the simple fact that Kanye hasn't really put out music that I've enjoyed since I don't know when.
How you know you're gonna enjoy it if you didn't enjoy it? I
listen everything he's put out. I've listened to up until this last project. You feel me? I listened to Kids See Ghosts with him and Cudi. I listened to Ye. I listened to everything, and I said this is not. It's not in the spot where I want it to be at no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm one person that I can separate music,
political.
Yeah. I don't mix the two because some of my favorite rappers are killers.
Right.
Who am I to draw the moral line right here?
Right.
My beef with Kanye on the political side is my beef with Kanye on the political side. My beef with him with music is simply I just don't like the music anymore.
Right.
Like, even when he did The Life of Pablo, I wish I could get that feeling back of the first time I heard Ultralight Beam.
That was a dope album.
When the choir came in.
Yeah.
When the choir came in, I felt something right here, like, oh.
Well, he got a choir. He got a choir on the new album.
I bet. The album's name Jesus is King. If it didn't have a choir, I'd be very upset.
But he got a song. You gotta listen to it, bro. He got a song with the Clips and Kenny G, and he got Miles rapping. Miles haven't rapped in like 15 years because Miles is a reverend now. He changed his whole life, but. That's my favorite song on the whole album. It's unbelievable, bro.
I don't know.
The production, and I said this too on my podcast. I don't know why people not talking to them. I understand because they try and cancel him. But to me, no one has put out better production than Kanye West in the last 2 years. That's just my personal opinion.
Like even beside his own music, like you mean like the music?
I mean Pusha T. That Pusha T album, that's Pusha T's best. His last album, his best album, and Kanye produced the whole album. It's only 7 songs, but that's when Kanye West to me was at his peak. Because to me, I gave that album of the year over Nipsey and the rest of them. I understand they wanted to give it Nick because he died, but truth be told, Pusha T, I still bang that to this day.
I think in terms of production.
Okay, let me hear this, bro.
I'm trying to think because Kanye is
top
like
tier.
when it comes to production, Kanye's top tier, God level, like production wise.
Right.
Past 2 years, his production has undoubtedly been clean, but you can't neglect some of the
you got names?
Travis.
Okay. Yeah.
Travis production is up there.
Absolutely.
And who he rocking with?
You rocking with Travis?
Don't Kanye and Travis do music together?
Not lately. No.
Travis hasn't really worked with Kanye since, because the whole Yeezus album was like Travis's kind of production.
Yeah, production. Like right.
This kind of thing. Drake's production never.
40, he's a beast.
It's 40, so it's 40's production. You feel me? But,
after
that, it's like Kanye's production is always there.
Right.
But that's what I expect, though.
Yeah.
It's Kanye. He comes. That was him first.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what I expect. But I just like to keep them two things separate.
It's like people don't want to give credit where it's due though, because you like Kanye, he up there top tier producer, but I don't know. No, we cannot do that. That's still that man's work at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's still Kanye. Like, y'all can try to decipher whatever. Oh, that's a nice nose, but that's not a nice head, but that's still on that one person.
Listen, I'm not a supporter of crack, but DMX is in my top 10 of all time. He's in my top 5, actually.
You got him in your top 5?
Top 5.
Who
my
top 5, bro?
Personal top 5. My personal top 5.
Well, we need to talk about top 5s. I need to hear this.
My number 1 is always going to be number 1. Like, that's the only one that's set in stone. That's Hove. Jay-Z is my number 1.
I can respect that. I ain't going to argue that.
It's
but
Hove.
he not my number 1. Well, go ahead.
Then the rest can be shifted and shuffled. It's Nas. It's DMX. It's Biggie and it's Pac.
Okay.
Like, all of that. All of them can be shuffled. It depends on the day.
Okay.
You feel me? But that's my 5.
Okay. I respect that. That's a good top 5.
I'm not one of these people that's gonna put somebody super duper outlandish in my top 5, but I feel like DMX is one of the greatest to ever do it, dead or alive. You feel me?
I can respect. He had a crazy run.
One of the best runs in hip hop that we've ever seen. You put that next to.
Was he supposed to drop an album recently?
Yeah, then he went back to rehab.
Yeah, he went back to rehab. We praying for X, man.
Yeah,
definitely.
For real. I need him to get back right because there's a song with him. I think it's him, Jadakiss, and Nas. I think that Swiss Beats premiered in the beat battle years ago.
Oh yeah, when he went against Jeff Blaze.
Yes. I don't know how I woke up at like 1:30 in the morning.
And you seen it on live.
And I opened my Instagram. I said, "Oh, the beat battle is right now." And I watched that till like I couldn't no more.
I watched the whole thing, bro. I love this type shit.
Amazing. I need to know your top 5 now, though, because you know you.
Well,
hip hop head.
Yeah,
hip-hop
so
podcast.
Biggie is number 1 for me. It will always be number 1 no matter what. It's just he's just in a class of his own. Tupac is number 2. He's just in a class of his own. Then it's Nas. Then it's Jay, and then 5 is just always tricky for me because of me, you know, being in the 80s. So and why I fell in love with hip hop. So I would personally have to give it to LL because that's the first artist that I kind of like heard and bought his tape, and everybody wanted to wear the Kangols, the Todd one. Like he just had so much influences, and to this day influenced Nelly. I mean, I can go on and on, Mace. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's hard for me not to put him in there. So that's my top 5.
Were you born in Philly too?
Born and raised. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because I was just wondering like the type of music that you're surrounded by. Like how could you describe it? Because we're from a whole different side of the fence. So I'm just curious.
That grit. It's that beans, you feel me?
How would I describe Philly sound? I think you really can't put Philly sound in a box because of the history of Philly hip hop. I mean, even if you start with the Roots and then you start with Jill Scott and Music Soul Child, that's soulful. And then you can go even back to Patti LaBelle and Grover Washington and the Dells, and you know. So it when it comes to hip hop, I think we're gritty. I think we them fly boys because, you know, Meek always talk about, you know, I'm from Philly the way I dress. You know what I'm saying? So I think we want to be fly, but we want to be gritty. Then as you got some rappers like Beans, he don't want to be fly.
That's what
he
I was
just
want to
be straight gritty.
The only Philly dude I know that really care about, you know, the
fly
is Meek.
Yeah.
Every other Philly rapper been real gritty. Like, they just care about the bars.
Now, Lil Uzi Vert is an exception to the rule.
Different. Yeah.
I'm not knocking him, but I talk about that all the time. I feel like the fashion statements that these new rappers are making is just, it just blows my mind. And I don't know where they're inspired from because no rapper is dressed like that prior to. Now, you can go way back to like Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5 and they had some weird ass clothes on, but these kids wasn't born then, so they didn't see it.
They might be drawing inspiration probably from like Outkast maybe.
Yeah, because, that's true.
Back then, Outkast was a little weird. Like,
well, not Big Boy. It was always Andre.
Yeah, because like even when they both came out, they was both weird together. And as Andre got more weird, Big Boy kind of stayed the same.
Exactly.
You feel me? So I feel like
I don't even think that these artists are inspired by the music, though. I think it's coming from everything outside of it, the culture, the TV. Yeah. And now they're starting to be more into fashion. So like all that
especially ASAP Rocky, he be doing for Calvin Klein and all that.
Like high fashion. Like
it's expensive as hell, but it's ugly as shit. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm feeling that. Like, did y'all see Cardi B in Fashion Week in Paris? She had from head to toe.
Listen,
covered.
All of that, I can say it's ugly all I want, but that's just
they get into a bag.
Yeah, I don't got the taste for that, but
right.
That's somebody's taste.
Yeah,
you feel me? I can say it's ugly all I want, but I just don't understand.
I'm not.
So what's your top 5?
I don't give top 5s. I really don't, because I listen to everything, and then I get inspired by what he listened to. So I be gravitating to new artists, and then the next week they'll be my favorite, and then tomorrow they don't. So,
but do you have a favorite?
My favorite is J. Cole.
Yes, I just seen him live. What, like 6
months
ago?
I don't do J. Cole slander. That's my top. I mean, I do love Jay-Z. I do love Nas.
Right. You know what I don't like about J. Cole?
Oh,
I'm
God.
joking. I'm joking.
Did you ever see him live? His show was unbelievable.
But I know that, like, if I go to a J. Cole show, I'm going to be moved. But when he did that Forest Hill Drive show, I was crying from the show because I felt every...
You went?
No.
How you see it
He
then?
had an HBO series.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when he did
I remember that. I seen
every
that.
single person at that show was in tears. I said, I can't go.
That was a powerful thing on HBO. I
really
enjoyed it. I really
Considering you from Philly, how you feel about that new documentary with Meek Mills? Free, not free.
Wow, I wanted to see that. I didn't watch it yet.
Yeah, it's actually, it was sad, man. I mean, because it took you from the night that it happened to where he's at now, and just constantly got to go to court, constantly got to explain himself. Then how he cried when he got locked back up again. So it was good. I mean, it broke down everything you needed to know, and I'm just glad that he started the prison reform with Jay-Z and Robert Kraft and the rest of the guys, and I hope it helps and shed light. But one thing I did say on my podcast last night, I feel like they should do it for women too. I keep hearing men, like these women ain't in jail for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
So
Centoya Brown
should be a woman.
So do you think he's gonna be like that for Philly? He gonna be like that whole for Philly? How do Philly people feel about, you know what I mean? Because he is a big deal.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's the poster child for Philly, point blank, period. Some people like him, some people don't. Me personally, I like him, but it was a time when I was on internet radio before I started a podcast, and I used to always, I don't want to say hate on him, but I would say some stuff you doing, Meek, I'm not feeling it, bro. Like when he dissed Drake, that Funk Master Flex play, I was like, bro, you better than that. You need to take it back to the old Meek, to the braids Meek when you had the long white tee.
But I think in that documentary, he explained a little bit of it. How he was off a little bit.
He was doing he was on pills. When he explained it and I found out why he did what he did, then I was like, all right, it makes sense. But that's not Meek.
One thing I respect about Meek was that he kept it going through that court system. He ain't bow down.
Facts. No, he didn't.
He was like, yo, whatever, you gonna put me back in? We gonna
get this shut out.
And it happened over and over. You know what I'm saying?
It takes a hell of a man to deal with that.
He could have bowed down real quick.
Yeah, he could have.
And did what she wanted with, doing that. What's that?
Of course.
Patti LaBelle, so he trying.
Yeah.
Boys
and Men. Yeah.
That was corny.
And she wanted her and Nicki to do something. She pulled Nicki and Meek to the chambers and was like, I want y'all to make a song and I want y'all to put my name in it and all
whack.
that. Yeah.
Like, what are you getting out of that? What are you getting out of it?
She should have been
fucking naming you song.
Disbarred? Can judges be disbarred, right?
Bro, she ain't bow down neither.
It's supposed to. Yeah, it's.
Yep.
Cool.
She didn't.
She probably had some type of stain.
They had to go to Supreme Court.
Yeah, she.
Still, she ain't bow down.
Nah, she got some type of.
They finally got her off, and now he good, but it took forever.
And it hurt me because she was black, bro.
Yeah, that's the part that hurt the most.
It hurt.
Like, you're not even supposed to keep nobody down like that, for real, especially not none of your own.
And just imagine what his career could have been without all those probation setbacks.
I feel like it needed to happen though.
I
feel like it definitely needed to happen because he came out swinging.
Yeah,
it definitely needed to happen.
That championship, that album, that's his best album. Yeah. I was saying wins and losses at first, but then when I heard Champions, I'm like, yeah, man, you did it, bro.
I'm not sure about best album, but I feel like you could feel the change. Like,
what you think is better than?
Definitely the growth.
The growth is definitely there.
I don't know.
I like wins and losses a lot. Like,
I do too.
The Trillis on there. Yeah. Bro, I feel that in my heart. Like, and We Ball is one of my favorite songs. Me and my friends joke every day, yo, you got to play that at my funeral, bro.
Yeah.
We Ball, you got to play that at my funeral.
That's that word.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You got to play that, especially Thug verse. Like, you got, like,
you just love Young
You love Thug? I got to change to meet Thug. Because he opened up for J. Cole when I had a backstage pad. But I wanted to meet J. Cole, but I met Thug instead.
That is my bro. I just love him. I think I fall in love with the fact that he's so private, because that's the level of privacy that I
J. Cole was, because a lot of people didn't even know he was married. Like a lot of people did not know
or have a kid. Does he have a kid?
Yeah,
he has a kid. Yeah.
Higher from J. Cole, my level of privacy is Beyonce and Jay-Z, because them niggas, they got the Secret Service working for their asses, but just that level of privacy are late. But they cleaned it up real good.
But the video was already out.
But she still cleaned it up. Of course, sometimes shit go down. It's $1 billion on the elevator. Niggas was like, "Oh, you got it, B. We ain't worth billions yet." So
yeah, that's true.
I just like the way they clean up like what they have going.
And
on
I think
in their
everybody
lives.
should take a page. Like, why do everybody want everything on the gram? And then when it don't work out, all you doing is deleting a bunch of pics.
Exactly.
I think that's so whack. Even Rick Ross went through that with Ming Lee. It was just like.
My thing with social media, I'm only gonna post what I want you to see.
Right.
If I don't want you to see it, I ain't gonna post it. If I'm gonna be ashamed of it, I'm not gonna post it.
And if you find a girl that you're dating that's like, if you don't post me, then it's not really real. She's automatically cut.
First of all,
because I don't need validation from the world.
I've been that girl before.
Listen, it's okay.
You have?
It's okay. We grow, we live, and we learn.
I've definitely grown since then, but I had my reasons for it. I kind of feel like men only put women that they prioritize on their Instagrams. So at the time, that's how I was feeling. So I felt like it was a sense
like that
of
no more.
What? I don't care if you post me right now. Like, it doesn't even matter to me. But I do feel like it's some sort of validation.
Why though? I did a whole episode about that. It was my episode called Post Validation. We talked a whole hour about that.
It is, right? It depends on the type of man that they're dealing with, right? If they're dealing with a man that posts everything on social media, I'm gonna feel away if you don't post.
Okay, yeah, that's different.
You post your whole life. Why you not posting me? And I'm a part of this everyday life.
But that's
a little weird.
If you're dealing with a private man and he don't post you, you're not.
All right, let me pose a scenario, because my page is strictly my brand and my kids.
Yep.
So if you deal with a dude that posts just their brand, would you be mad then?
No, I have been, but now that I have my own brand and I understand it a little more. I mean, I've always had a brand, but I kind of get it now. Like when you start maturing, you like certain things just ain't for the internet. So.
Now I'll put you in a story though. Cause they're doing
that's what everybody say. I post you on my story. Funny, you can go on my story.
I'm a dude. If I'm even dealing with a girl, if I'm dating her, I'm not gonna interact with you on no socials. I'm not gonna post you. I'm not gonna favorite none of your. I mean, I favorite your tweets because that's cool. But like, I'm not gonna respond to you on the Twitter. Nothing. Like, I want this to be private. I want this to be cool because at the end of the day, we live in a world with a lot of thirsties. You feel me?
Yeah, true.
I remember I posted a girl that I was
dating
to. Yeah, like she was in the process, and I posted her and I tagged her one time, and you know I got the business page, so I can see who's clicking the stories and who's going to bro, like that's I'm keeping that all the way private. You feel me? It's
they be thirsty, man. They be thirsty.
So do y'all as men feel some type of way when you're not being posted on social media?
No, because I deal with real life. That's a circus, so I'm cool.
That's why, like, I be so upset when girls be like, "Why you not liking my pictures?" I'd be like, "Bro,
like what you mean?"
For whatever reason, when men finally get you, they don't do all that shit no more. I'm gonna hit your
button in real life.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm double tapping in real life.
I'm double tapping in real life. Like we double tapping it up.
Listen,
like
if it's an issue, I like your pictures. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen, I like a happy wife, happy life. If it's an issue, I like your pictures. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Not asking me to comment. You asking for too much. You feel me? But I like it. I double tap.
That? Girls really do that? Why you don't like my what?
Yes.
Who cares?
All the time.
I'm glad you feel
all the time.
People need to feel more like that. That's a good
First of all,
mindset to have.
9 times out of 10, I took the picture. I know my picture. I know my picture heat. Like let it rock. Let it rock. You feel me? That's all.
And
I mean, like, or maybe if you guys send it to their phone, like that was a really nice picture. That means more to me than you double tapping my picture. That means that you know you actually was paying attention to what I was wearing and how I looked, and you liked it, and you addressed me in private.
Right now, that's the way it should go. Cause you can always screenshot like, look, you looking good today. You know what up though? Like, I mean, what we doing tonight? I mean, like,
So speaking of relationships, I have a real question. So I don't watch Love and Hip Hop at all, but last night I felt the need to watch it because this whole Lil Fizz April thing is driving me crazy. So I'm gonna just reiterate the story.
Yeah, please, because we
all know B2K.
Yes,
Omarion, Lil Fizz in the same group.
Yes.
Lil Fizz is now in a whole relationship with Omarion's baby mother. like 2 kids in baby mother.
Damn.
So everybody is just like, yo, I want to be the level of calm as Omarion. Like, I think Joe Budden said that shit on his podcast. Like, ain't no way this nigga ain't wilding right now. Like, why is he not saying nothing? Yeah. I just don't know if y'all think they're in the wrong. As a man, from a man perspective, is he wrong for dating his ex band member's baby mother?
Yeah, I do. I think he is, and I even think Stevie J is wrong for marrying Faith.
I hated that. Oh my god!
Because that means when Biggie was making those songs, you was already in your mind like, one day I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that Faith. One day we gonna be.
But I see someone say like, what if he just wanted her to be happy at the end of the day? Like, I seen someone comment down in the shade room.
Well, then you want her to be happy, then let her find her happiness with somebody else. But damn, dog, we made songs, we came up together, and then you pounding out my BM. No, hell no. I ain't feeling that vibe.
It's levels to this, right?
Yeah, let me hear the levels, bro.
Omarion and Fizz, group members, came up, you feel me, they did whatever they did, right? It's levels now.
Okay.
If it's my ex, cool, whatever.
Right.
My baby mom's,
that's different.
It's a little bit different because now that's my family.
Right, that's something I'm gonna see for the rest of my life.
The rest of my life. You were the mother of my. Was those his first kids?
Yeah.
The mother of my first child, and then my second child.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's wrong. I don't care if you came to me like, yo, you feel me? I know this shit baby moms, but you know, like me and her are really like, I really like her, like I want to do. No.
What you think, folk? Because you said no.
I mean, maybe Omarion don't care because he's still smashing.
That's what I was thinking. That's the only time a nigga really not going to care.
Right.
If he's
That's
still
true.
hitting.
Yeah.
Listen,
that's true too, because Omarion, he got tabs on that.
I know I still got access to it.
He can come to the crib anytime he want. He can come to the crib anytime he want. So yeah, that is true too.
It's a very high chance, and once you have a kid by a woman, I'm not gonna say it's yours forever, because
I hate that complex.
But they always say that though. That's like the thing.
It's not yours forever, because you know. It's women at the end of the day.
That seems to be what these baby mom, baby father relationships are turning into.
But a lot of them, it's like, yo.
Would you ever date somebody with kids?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
And I have a kid, so I should hope that somebody will want to date me.
Yo, I hate her, bro. Yeah. I hate her so much, bro.
I
hate her so much,
me?
Bro. Do you feel like you having a kid kind of opened you up to that kind of thing, or you was always like that?
I honestly no, like, because I see so many girls on Instagram too. Like, I'll never date a nigga with kids, because they always back and forth with their baby mother. First of all, that's not true. That's just number one, because some of us are not even like that. Once the door is closed, it's closed. But it definitely did open my eyes to it, because I started to see how sometimes you just fall into shit and it really was not meant for you. Like, thank you for this blessing, but you was not meant for me.
Exactly.
And you don't want nobody to just close that door on you because you had a chapter in your life that didn't work. Right. So I kind of feel like that's fucked up, like, to judge people off that type of instance in their life.
And the crazy thing is, I got this real toxic group chat, right? Actually, I have a couple of them, right? Real toxic in it. Real toxic. And they posed a question like, would you date a girl with kids? And if so, how much is the cap?
How many kids
is the cap?
2.
You said 2?
2.
Yeah. All right, cool. I didn't.
For a female, I feel like it's different for men.
No. We're not gonna do that.
Why?
We're gonna hold men to a certain standard now. We're going to do that. Because if a man got 6 kids, you shouldn't want to go jump in there and be the 7th.
I never said that.
No, I know you not saying that, because you know your head is properly placed on your shoulders. You feel what I'm saying? But it's a lot of it's a lot of people like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now we're just gonna hold people to start holding men to a higher standard.
I feel like a man can't handle more than 2. That's just me.
Any man with mad kids got mad baby mama drama except one.
I'm talking about the man that's dating the female.
Right.
You can't handle more than they can't handle more than
Why
2.
you say
Your
that?
attention span don't even go that far. Like, okay. I mean, I'm sorry,
to be honest,
man,
I don't even know how men do it. Like, it's hard enough to keep one girl happy just emotionally.
Yeah.
Then you got more. Like, bro, I'm emotionally drained. Somebody's gonna get the short end of the stick. Probably about 4 to 5 of them gonna get the short end of the stick. One of them gonna get me. Like,
What I am gonna say is, like, when we women decide to date men that are fathers, it's very important to do your research on that man. What's his relationship like with his kids? What's his like with his mother? What's it like with his baby mother?
What if he got? And then he might have two.
Exactly.
Correct. I want to know what's the relationship with both of them, and I even want to know why y'all not together anymore. Because she might have went through some shit that I probably can't stomach either. You get me?
Exactly.
Like in the same token, I need to know I need to know from point A to Z.
Yeah. That's what I said.
I need to know.
I said I'll date a girl with a kid.
Run it the fuck down.
Like, cause she like I need to know.
I said I would date a girl with a kid.
Right.
I would just want to know the situation. How did you have the kid? Was this an accident? Did you guys plan this kid? Were you guys together? How long were you guys together? That kind of thing. So I know what I'm walking myself into. How's your relationship with the baby father? How's your relationship with his family?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, they're always going to be there.
That's true.
I want to make sure that everything is copacetic before I jump myself into this situation.
I was looking at the G Herbo and Ariana situation where Ari kind of jumped the gun when G Herbo was around her. Oh, G Herbo's girlfriend was around his son.
So G Herbo girlfriend was around.
G Herbo is dating Fabulous' stepdaughter.
Okay. And
Ari got upset because she claimed her and Herb had an agreement. She didn't want her son around this woman, and then photos surfaced of her son being around this woman.
Okay.
So everyone's like, "Oh, well, Javonta been around her son before," and I just felt like it's different when moms date and it's different when dads date. Like a mom is a different type of responsibility. 95% of the time, that kid lives with their mom. They're not with their dad 24/7.
True.
I kind of feel like it's different when a mother is dating. You don't have no choice, kind of, but to be around my kid if you want to be with me, because that's a big ass part of my life. But as for a father, you got certain days. You may have every other weekend.
But what I'm saying, and I got every other weekend. But what I'm saying is, so I can't see my girl every other weekend then, because you don't want my son around. I'm
just saying, if that was the agreement that they had, she's not wrong for feeling how she felt.
But how long is that gonna last? Because I mean, if he decide to really be with this woman and maybe decide to marry her, he ain't gonna do that for the rest of his life.
Yeah,
his son going to be around eventually. Some people just need to get over it.
Listen, remember, this is exactly what happened.
What do you think that girl gonna do to your son, though?
Bitches is vindictive. How many times do you see in the news that little kids is dying because the father girlfriend done tried to set the child?
But what about the girl messing with the dude and the dude beating up the kid? It happened more with the dude beating up the kid than the female doing something.
I'm saying, look, we can pose this same thing happened years ago when Russell Wilson started dating Ciara. Feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was very vocal about, Ciara, you don't know how long you're gonna be with this man, and you parading this man around your son.
Right.
Right. But at the end of the day, I didn't know nothing. I wasn't. You feel me?
Yeah.
I wasn't in their life to know how fast their relationship was progressing and how they knew each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know how. What's her name? Tania, whatever her name is. I'm sorry, but we don't know how she is as a person. She could be an amazing person. Could be a terrible
And why
person.
don't you meet her? Because a real woman, don't you meet her to know what she's like?
But you know what?
You don't want to meet her because
I don't want to meet nobody that.
Because I feel like she still want to be with her. That's what
right.
I think.
That's the only reason it could be.
Because
why you say whom?
She always.
If a person don't want to meet the other woman, what is the reason?
Well, first of all, the story is that when his baby mother was pregnant, he was cheating on her with this female. So off rip, the female is disrespectful. You're disrespectful. You didn't have no respect for me as a mother. You didn't have no respect for the child that was in my stomach. Now you want to be around him. Like, to me, that's super disrespectful.
It's going to be hard for her to get over that, bro.
Like, you got to give her time for number one to heal. And for number two, like, I don't want my child meeting no temporary shit. Like, if you feel like this is somebody you want to progress with in your life,
you're going to get married,
like, or even thinking about it, like, if you even think like, damn, I really want to marry this woman, that's when you introduce them to your child. But all this temporary shit, you just want your child around every bitch you decide to jump off for a second. It's super toxic and unhealthy.
It's a double-edged sword, though, for the simple fact that, for some people, they'll probably not think about marriage until about a year in, right?
How many years in?
Some people a year in, others maybe longer. Let's just say you don't think about marriage until you're 2 to 3 years in with somebody, right?
Right.
And if you don't want them to meet your kid, so you're entertaining the fact of marriage, that's 2 to 3 years, right?
Right.
What if your kid meet them in 2 to 3 years and they don't vibe well with the kid at all?
That's a big problem.
Now it's a big. Now it's a bigger issue that could have been avoided if they met the child a little bit sooner. You feel me?
Right.
So
I'm not talking 2 years, but maybe
of course, but it's a catch-22.
Yeah.
A year, a year and a half. It depends on again how fast you are moving with this person and the circumstances. But at least make your baby mother, baby father, whatever, aware. This is what I'm doing, and I feel like these baby mom, baby father relationships should be more congenial to where you can say, look, I'm dating someone, like I just want you to know, and I want you to meet that person so you know who your child will be around.
Right.
Y'all just introducing people, and at that point it's super toxic because my child is not old enough to comprehend who she's around. You get me?
Yeah.
Like, kids are gonna just gravitate to you. Got some candy? My child will love you. They don't know nothing, but in the back of whoever this person's head is, you could be trying to do some shit to my child, would never know.
Exactly. No, it's rough. And I don't got a kid, and I probably won't understand until I have a kid.
Right,
so
absolutely.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
That's why I don't jump in conversations on the internet, because I'll be like, people would hate me.
Yeah, I stray away from.
Why they gonna hate you? Because you speaking the truth?
Yep.
Yes, that's exactly why people.
That's why they hate Kanye.
Yep.
I feel like it's a little different with Kanye.
No, what you mean?
I feel like Kanye.
Did you see the interview with Big Boy?
I didn't watch it.
You need to watch that.
I heard it's good, so
it's unbelievable, bro.
I'm gonna take the time to watch it. Yeah. I feel like Kanye's never really lied. Honestly, he's always been speaking the truth. It's just about what his truth is at that time.
Right.
You feel me? I feel like people just feel like how he went from one side of the spectrum all the way to the other. That's why I feel like they have such a huge problem with him.
But that was growth in his life and his own journey.
That's what I'm saying.
He said the most racist thing a person ever told me is that I had to do something because I was black.
That is racist.
That's the fucking truth. That's you gotta vote for Hillary Clinton because you're black.
And she ain't no good either.
Like, so you gotta pick the lesser of two evils because you're black. Like, no, that shit makes zero sense.
My uncle was a Republican. My uncle voted for Donald Trump. But I mean, that's my blood. I get it. But am I going to look at my uncle in a different light just because he supports Trump? No, that's his philosophy. He has a philosophy that goes way back to King. He breaks it down from the 60s to now why he should vote for Trump. Do your thing, bro. But I'm not voting for Trump.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not. All I can do is.
And in 2020, it's just like, who we really got? I mean, Cory Booker. I mean, you can go down the list.
With Biden.
It's scary.
Every just matter of your tax bracket, who you gonna vote for?
Exactly. That's what it is. Yep. And I commend the rich every day who vote based on, not what's going to benefit their pockets the most.
Right.
Because everybody knows Republican is going to benefit their pockets the most.
Absolutely.
More tax breaks, all that kind of stuff. So for them to go vote outside of that, I commend them the most, honestly. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy, but we got to get that man out of office.
We do. He cheated the first time.
It's getting ridiculous. And they taking too long with this damn impeachment, so I feel like it ain't even going to happen. We should...
Yeah, they is taking too long.
Because it's not going to happen. Donald Trump, yo, I just gotta laugh at him, yo.
Bro, son, he's probably gonna get a second term, which is the funny thing. It's actually kind of crazy.
What the fuck did he do this year? I'm just confused. Besides fuck around with the health insurance
and tweet,
yeah,
and try to build that dumbass wall that costs all that damn money and is fucking up shit.
Right, life is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
The Simpsons really told us this too.
Yeah, that was even more crazy.
What a life.
Damn cartoon.
But did y'all know Bernie Sanders was 6 feet? Because I didn't.
Bernie Sanders is 6 foot.
That's what I was on Twitter.
Was like 5'6".
It was like, I bet y'all ain't know Bernie Sanders was 6 feet.
Then again, it makes sense because he was like a war hero. And he was like,
that is so funny.
He got like mad Purple Hearts and stuff.
I'm thinking he's like, I don't freaking know.
Now that I think about it, it makes sense.
I never knew that.
He stood tall in the war and all them kind of things. And he's a prisoner of war.
Right.
I love Bernie. I just don't feel like he got a chance.
I love Bernie. The only reason why, if Bernie was about 12 years
younger. Yeah.
But it's crazy because him and Joe Biden are not that far apart in age.
But Joe just looks a lot more healthy.
He does.
He does.
It's kind of crazy. And
he does.
The thing is, like, the only reason I say Bernie got to be a little bit younger. It's because presidency ages you, son.
Look at this Obama.
Look at Obama.
Ages you, bro. It do. And all that stress. God forbid Bernie pass in office. That's gonna be crazy, son. I don't need. Like, Bernie is too important to society to pass in office.
Yes, he is.
Like, you feel me? I'd rather have him in good health.
Right. Then
doing anything he got to do politically that's not the presidency.
Yeah.
Then you feel me? It's crazy.
Obama came out like, "Don't you ask me to do this shit again."
Yeah, for real, son.
So I ain't with it.
It was rough, son.
He ain't looked back ever since. Obama is not with it.
God bless him. He's still my president.
Facts. Still my president.
Do it for hip hop, the podcast.
Yeah, man.
You ever gonna do it for R&B?
Man, you know what? Sometimes I feel like I want to, man, because R&B is trying to make a comeback. But Summer Walker album is phenomenal. I really like her. I really like Ella Mai.
Oh my God, he's naming all the people.
But yeah, I'm gonna do an R&B edition, and I don't mind having R&B artists on my platform because I love artists. I love creators. Period. Like, even y'all. Like, I always want to do like media episodes. You know, there's different things just to have content. So I wouldn't mind that at all. I actually also just started bringing bartenders on my podcast so they can serve drinks to my guests. So that's something that just started. Yeah, where they make the drinks right in front of you and serve you and the whole shebang. So I'm just trying to just create the ambiance and just a different atmosphere. So when you come on my platform, you feel like you at home.
That's amazing.
That's nice.
So R&B is my thing, though.
Oh, it is.
100%.
So what's the best era? Let me see where you at with it, bro. Because I don't think you were that old when the best era kicked off.
I wasn't, honestly.
Are you an old soul?
Old soul.
So then you know about the 90s.
Yeah, like I was.
It's nothing like it, bro.
I'm 23.
Okay.
So I wasn't born or I was very young when the majority of the good stuff came out. But like, my favorite, I don't even really have a favorite R&B artist, but like my two that I listen to a lot is Sade and Erykah Badu.
Oh my goodness.
Like, bro, this hoodie right now, shout out to P Dubs Unlimited. It's an old Sade. Back on the back, it got lyrics of On and On.
Oh, for real?
Peace and blessings.
She's coming to Philly November 5th.
I want to see it.
Yeah, she'll be in Philly November 5th.
But
yeah,
that era of R&B was it was something different. It was something in the water. It was something in the water, bro. I'm telling you.
And it was so many styles. Like, no one sounded the same. No one looked the same. But today is like,
can I get I'm not gonna say top 5 R&B artists. I'm not gonna give you that because that's difficult.
That's very difficult.
But I need to know like some of your favorite R&B albums, and you too, Kayy, because I know you're R&B head. It don't got to be a specific number. I just want to know some of your favorite albums.
Well, Baduism, Erykah Badu. Confessions, Usher. Now I know that everybody canceled R. Kelly, but I still have to say
Chocolate Factory.
I was gonna actually say TP2.com.
Oh, okay.
And who else? There's so many. Of course, Michael Jackson, Off the Wall.
I was just about to say that.
True Hill's first album.
Yeah.
Jodeci, Forever My Lady. I know I'm naming a lot, man. So I'm gonna name one more.
I'm thinking my 5.
Dang, man. That's another one. Is like Faith's first album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
That's really good stuff. Because I just like R&B just do something.
Oh, damn. First of all, hold up. That's my favorite.
What's the 411?
That is my favorite female artist of all time. I don't even know. That's why I was sitting here thinking. I don't know why I said Faith. So if I would go marry, basically her whole discography, but what's the 401? And My Life is my favorite too, though. But My Life is number 1 for me.
That's why I don't like when it comes to R&B. That's why I don't try to limit nobody because
it's so much.
And it's so good. So like it don't matter.
Share My World too.
Bro, it don't matter what era you pick at an R&B. It's amazing, bro.
Oh shit!
I was about to say Aaliyah in my top.
Oh my god!
TLC.
Oh my god! Oh shit! TLC, my favorite group of all time.
Bro.
Damn!
Y'all can't even forget about Ashanti. Like, come on, they be playing Ashanti.
Oh yeah!
Total.
3LW, So For Real.
3LW.
Where the players dwell.
Come on, son, it's too much, bro.
I even like Joe.
Oh yeah, Joe. He's a beast. And look, when they tried to say that. Now, like Rich Town, the 50 Cent Power joint. When Trey tried to change that joint out, come on, bro, you can't sing better than Joe. You can't sing, but you don't got soul like Joe, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You
Joe on a different level.
You feel me? Nah, it's a bunch.
And then when they try to compare Chris Brown to Mike, it's no comparison. Oh my. No.
I'm going to say Chris Brown is our modern day Michael
absolutely.
Jackson.
Now, what I would say, I think Chris Brown moves are more dynamic than Michael Jackson because all he really did was spin and do the moonwalk. Yeah. But when you talk about just production, like go watch some of them old MJ concerts. It's
Mike
just
was before
like
his time with production and all that kind of stuff.
It's crazy.
I don't know though. Chris got it.
He's our generation. He's our generation. Michael
MJ.
Jackson. I can't. Michael Jackson, like, bro. The only person I put next to Michael Jackson in terms of just everything is Prince.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Prince. Yeah, Prince. Yeah,
Prince.
That's another one.
I almost cried when Prince died.
Purple Rain is up there on my top R&B albums too.
Because you know Prince. Bro.
Oh.
Footsteps in the Dark.
And let's not forget about Earth, Wind, and Fire, the Elements.
Listen, Footsteps in the Dark is one of my favorite R&B songs ever, bro. From Ice Cube, I Had a Good Day. Just that shit. Oh my god.
That's all you gotta do. If you trying to date a banging female, just put the Osleys on, put a little baby face on, put a little Luther. Let's not forget about Luther. And I'm talking about Fat Luther, because Skinny Luther was whack. Skinny Luther was whack. You gotta have Fat Luther.
That's how I know he knows, because everybody who know R&B know that the Skinny Luther wasn't really cutting it.
He was. He changed. His whole voice changed when he got skinny. Bro, I'm sorry. The weight helped. Listen.
Listen.
I mean, some of the best singers are heavy. Like Ruben Studdard was a good singer.
Yep.
Jazz from Drew Hill.
Yes.
He led a lot of the. Come on, Jazz. One of my Jazz and Cisco is just like hard with them two, but they both get busy.
I got a lot.
What about New Edition? I know that's before my time, but I bumped New Edition like I was in the concerts back in the day.
That's my favorite group of all time.
And you know, Johnny Gill and Ralph Tresvant both had. I'm not gonna say they had successful solo career. Johnny had a pretty successful solo career.
Johnny did, but not really Ralph.
Yeah, but Ralph had a joint or two.
Yeah, Sensitivity.
Sensitivity. There was one more I'm forgetting that he had, but it was really dope. But R&B is just such a diverse.
Whitney Houston, Brandy.
Oh yeah, Brandy.
Oh my god,
listen, Brownstone.
Oh, Monica, my girl, Monica. Damn.
I don't even think anybody said Lauryn yet.
We didn't.
Exactly.
But Lauryn Hill,
I thought you said it.
You can't really. Lauryn Hill is like a multi-layer artist. You can't really. No, she rap and sing. So you kind of when you go pick her album, like back in the day, that joint was in the rap category. It wasn't in R&B. Men's Education, Lauryn Hill was in a rap joint.
Understandable.
But Lauryn Hill's a beast.
X Factor is still, that.
That work. And let's not forget about D'Angelo.
Oh my god,
he's a genius.
Bro.
He's a genius.
How does it feel?
What about Jaheim?
Oh shit!
Wait, you bumping Jaheim?
Yo,
you bumping Jaheim?
But you know why people ain't talking about Jaheim no more? Because after that picture came out of how he looked, and everybody say he looked like a crackhead,
it was over.
It was over for him. But y'all can't do that. Put
that's
that
sad,
woman first,
man. Like don't
do that.
Once you put that pic out, it's over, bro. He should have let that pic stay somewhere, because. I'm telling you, that boy could have been still getting booked for show. Oh, and Keisha Cole. She one of my favorite. I met her before.
Life Jennings, Ayo.
I think Life was like the first real R&B like thug, like
yes.
Like,
well, don't forget about Bobby Brown. He was gangster too.
Bobby was.
He wasn't on that thug loving type of thing though.
Bobby was aggressive. I don't think Bobby was like real hood gangster. Like
he was like want to be cool.
He was
cool. He was like the popular.
And then Chris Brown a little gangster too though.
Chris Brown like after like Jennings game, then Chris Brown, then August Alsina. Like
I like August Alsina too.
Like, I wish August Alsina get healthy.
The realest gangsters sing, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy. That's facts.
I kind of wish that.
Nate Dogg.
He did all the hooks. Then T-Pain came out and doing.
I want T-Pain to get back on his shit.
Me too. I miss T-Pain.
He had to pull out of his concert because
nobody was buying it.
But I think he need a new PR team because I ain't know about no T-Pain concert. A lot of us ain't even know what was going on.
If T-Pain come to Jersey, I'm going.
Facts.
I'm going. But book him right at the Prudential.
But he did the Dose event, Palooza.
Yeah.
He did that joint. It was in New York though. Yeah,
he definitely did do St. Palooza.
Come on, T-Pain, we rooting for you over here. But we had a good time on Champions Corner today. DJ Bugsy of I Do It for Hip Hop podcast. You want to let everybody know where to find you on social media?
Yeah, make sure you follow me, DJ Bugsy 215 on Instagram and Twitter. You also can follow the podcast, Do It for Hip Hop Pod on Instagram, and you can also subscribe to the DJ Bugsy YouTube channel as well. We got a couple episodes up there. So, we got some events coming up. We doing a year-end event where we do the top 10 MCs and top 10 albums, and then the 3-year anniversary of Do It for Hip Hop podcast. So, just tune in, everything on the gram,
Super lit, super lit. I'm Kayy Simone, Ali John. You guys just tune in to yet another episode of Champions Corner. We are out.